you told this amazing story, and it was like a Bible verse you reference even, where you're like, one positive decision can be responded 10 times or something like that.
Yes.
And it was this decision, like you had 20K and you wanted to decide what you were going to do with your life.
Yeah.
How old are you at this time?
This is right before Wu-Tang, so I'm 21, 22.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Can you break down this moment and...
Yeah, without incriminating, like I always try to say, so at the end of the day, you know, I had 10K, Ghostface had 10K. That made the 20K.
Got it, yeah.
And the gag was, the plan was to get a brick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the time, you know, my pops had to connect.
You got to call Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. Yeah, Uncle Joe had to connect. And it's like, all right, so I decided to go down and meet Uncle Joe and talk to him about it. And yeah, we talked about getting that brick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I wasn't vegan then, so
your brain was you operated on
I probably knocked out like 17 chicken wings that night.
Cocaine is vegan, I think.
Yeah, but the paraphrase, if I told her to know, I should paraphrase it now. But the thing was, I had a baby in the oven, or maybe just born, right? So life was like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And when you do negative shit happen. Like at this time, a brick could get you straight, but this is like after I just won the trial.
Right, yeah.
After Dirty had got locked up, after we fucking tore this fucking Ohio town upside down.
Oh, shit.
Constantly making the fucking newspaper.
Yeah.
And it was like criminal activity was not only hurting you, it's hurting your community.
Yeah.
It's hurting your family.
Yeah.
It's really a big chain reaction of criminal activity. But yet money leads you to want to do it, right?
Need money to live.
And so we figured, if we flip this 20, we could at least get 80.
It's a nice come up.
It's a nice come up, right? But then I was like, nah.
What happens where you go no? And that single decision might be the most influential decision in music. Because it's not just hip hop, but like that one decision spawns everything.
So what happened, I get back to Staten Island. And mind you, I just gotta add this part to it. You know, Ghost already been shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, in a way he got shot based on, like he said, he took a bullet. Like that was like I got fault in that.
Really?
I got fault, yeah, because I'm part of what's happening. I brought him here to this thing and shit. You know what I mean? So my man Wise got shot. You know what I mean? So it's just like, but we talking about doing it again. You know what I mean?
And you're feeling some sort of responsibility and almost guilt about this.
And then I'm taking this fucking walk. And mind you, like I said, I'm acquitted of a crime, right?
Yeah,
I'm ready to have a second chance. And I have a child, so I'm walking and I'm thinking, and I advise this to anybody: take long walks.
Amen. Mm-hmm. Amen.
I'm walking through Staten. People thought I learned this. People thought I was losing my mind because I'm walking and I'm talking to myself and shit. You know what I mean? But I'm calculating. I'm thinking like, that's it. That's fuck, not this, man. You know, I gotta do like this. Oh, what up, yo?
Yeah.
Maybe you did have a few
Peace
things
God,
in
peace
common
God.
with Motor Mike, right? Him and Mike were close.
Yeah, you and Motor Mike.
You guys was talking with yourself.
I'm talking to him. I was frequency with him. But punchline came, it was like, nah. And I just told Ghost, I was like, we gonna separate here. You know what I mean? So I don't want you holding me down. I want you just go ahead, live your life. I'm gonna go live my life, You know what I mean? I appreciate everything. Gave him the big hug. Gave him his 10. Took my 10.
How did he react to that?
He understood in the sense of he always, Ghost always looked at me as a big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was the big brother of his family. Maybe he saw me as a big brother, as well as his brother.
Of course.
You know what I mean? At one point, his mother called me him. That's how much me and him, we lived together. You know what I mean? So that is my brother, right? But yeah, he was like, okay, cool. And he might have went and kept doing what he was doing. You know what I mean? But I kept on that journey, right? And it took maybe a month later where I was like, I went and saw a man named Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith is, he was the father of my old manager, Mel Quan.
Okay.
He used to always like to play chess with me. And so I went over to play some chess with him and shit. And he was the one that started a company called Jamaica Records.
Okay.
Where he signed Sir Abu and the Divine Force. And I used to always see the records stacked up in his house, little brownstone in Brooklyn and on Parkside Avenue. Always, and they ran the company out of their brownstone. And so I was just like, I want to start a company.
So that's where you're soaking up game and you're realizing I can do this as well.
Yeah.
And it's not this unattainable thing where I need this office in Midtown.
Right.
I can do it
it
wherever the fuck I want.
He did it right there.
Yeah.
And he gave me the advice. He said, go see Mr. Bill Warren. So Bill Warren, people always say he was a lawyer, but he seemed like he could where's Bill Warren at? He's in Hong Kong. Like he was always
mysterious,
like, very mysterious. His office, now that you fucking make me go back to Mr. Warren, his office in 70th Street, whatever, up in the upper 70s, was in a building at an apartment.
Yeah.
Go in, Mr. Warren, cherry wood. I never forget the little cherry wood Japanese shit he had in there. You know what I mean? But I said, yo, I want to start a company. I want to do this and that. And I basically, the 10,000 went to form Wu-Tang Production. So I formed Wu-Tang Production.
And at this point, do you know I'm going to be producing everything? I'm going to be the architect of all this. Do you know the talent that you want to bring into it? Or are you first going, this is just the brand and we just need to start with one record?
Yeah, the idea was to start with a record, start with a company, build a company, get a identity of the company, right? The logo was the identity of the company. So that was really just my business card. I mean, well, first it was going to be some other shit. If you ever see the shit with the fucking head shit, but it became my business card.
Okay.
And then that same business card is the cover of Protect Your Neck. I just went to one of those magnifying places where they put the photography. He shot my business card and just blew it up.
Hilarious. Wow. Okay.
That's my first fucking.
But the
single.
first inception was, what is the brand?
Yeah, what is the brand? And I knew what the brand was because Wu-Tang was like special to me in the sense of it was the illest kung fu movie I ever saw. It was the illest technique, like the sword style. It was the best sword style. And I just used, like I said, in the Bible it said, when Jesus comes in the last days, it said out of his mouth came a double-edged sword, and he used it to smite the nations. And I was like, well, a sword out of his mouth, that's a crazy image.
Yeah.
But your tongue is shaped like a sword. And so I just took it as a metaphor. Then I was like, well, we got the illest lyrics. And I already had a lot of different tapes from Deck, Meth, all of us. They always come to my crib and make tapes. So I said, let me form the company and go and sign them to my record company and start producing music with them. You know what I mean? The first one to sign was Meth.
Really?
That's why I call him Wu Brother number 1.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Method Man was first.
Yeah, he signed the contract first, yeah.
And how long to get all the rest of the guys?
I mean, not that long. Like, within 6 months, everybody was in.
Do you have to pitch them on this greater idea? Are they all trying to get their own record deals at the time? Like, where are people in their lives?
Yeah, everybody's trying to get a record deal. Everybody's dreaming.
Got it.
But me and RZA have already touched the dream.
Yes.
Right? RZA had an album out, Words from a Genius. We were so proud of that. I had the Prince Rakeem EP out. And it was like, so from their point of view, they made it. You know what I mean? They're in the
so
system.
you had something validated, something qualified.
Yeah. Now to have my own company was a whole other thing. And it was like off the record, but on the record, we on the record. It was other people vying too. Like because what happened, Shaheem was like Shaheem, his first lyric came out of my rhyme book. You know what I mean? He's my little brother's best friend at that time. They would steal my shit and go make demos.
No way.
Whatever. Yeah. Until, of course, he started writing his own shit. That's when he was like 12. Right? But anyway, Shaheem, he ends up signing the deal with Virgin Records through a whole nother system. Right? And I felt left behind on that one in all reality.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was because Shaheem was like, I thought he was one of us. He is one of us. But he was also being produced by a great producer who didn't who I just think he's a very underrated, unsung producer named RNS out of Stapleton Projects. If it wasn't for RNS, I'm gonna give him some credit here. I had the SP1200. He had the EPS. The EPS is a keyboard.
Got it.
He had to go down south and had to do something for the summer and go with his family.
He let you hold it?
He took the SP12 because you could fit that in the trunk. You can't fit the keyboard, whatever. And so he gave me the EPS. And so now I like, okay, what's this shit?
Yeah.
And what it did, the SP1200 was stuck with 10 seconds, 12 seconds of sample, right? 2.5 seconds per pad. The EPS had about maybe 20 some seconds, but it wasn't limited. You could use it. In other words, on the SP1200, just so you guys can follow, no matter what, you're never gonna get more than 2.5 seconds to use at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we speed the shit up and then slow it back down.
Yeah.
On the EPS, you can use your entire 10 seconds at once.
So it gave you a little more flexibility when
Super
producing.
flexibility, you know what I mean? So if you go back and think about Wu-Tang music a little bit, you'll notice the 2-bar, 4-bar phrases is coming versus the 1-bar phrase.
And this is because of the limitations of production.
Exactly.
Oh, so production limitations influence the way that you guys are creating the music, but also creates a different sound that nobody's really hearing at the time.
Exactly. And it's also, it's either limiting you or expanding you. Now, the other thing about the EPS was that now that I got the sample on a key, it spreads across the entire keyboard. So now I got 61 keys.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you can really play with the sample.
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
And you were like one of the first. You were stacking like 10 or 15 samples on one track.
Exactly.
And stuff. Yeah. Most of the time it's just like 1 or 2. But
And people not think, and because we're having a lot of producers that they're making it for the SP1200 is a drum machine that samples.
Right.
The EPS is a
Piano
yeah, that's it.
that samples.